Fissal Oubida, welcome to the Inside GITEX podcast. How are you doing?
Fantastic, feeling good. First day, excited. It's gonna be a good GITEX.
I love the energy, my friend. I love the energy. Have you traveled a long way to be here?
No. I manage 74 countries, Middle East, Africa, and India.
Wow.
So our regional headquarters in Dubai. So I am 50% of the time in Dubai and the other 50 on the rest of the other 74
Amazing.
countries.
So you're the general manager of Lexar.
Middle East, Africa, and India.
Fantastic. So tell me a little bit about Lexar. What do you guys do?
Lexar is celebrating this year 30 years of existence. It's a company that's design, create, manufacture, produce memory products.
Okay.
It starts from the little micro SD that you might put in your mobile phone if you're having a mobile phone with a low capacity, to the camera cards. We are very good. We're number one at camera cards. So actually yesterday, we just won the TIPA award of the best memory card in the world.
Look at that. Congratulations.
So
Amazing.
TIPA award, it's an English institution that's evaluates memory cards all over the world. And we have won this award 4 years in a row.
MashaAllah.
So
Well
Lexar also does components, which is SSDs and DRAM. If you want to upgrade your laptop, we have launched this year the fastest SSD in the planet, 14,000 megabytes per second. When you put it on your laptop, it's become a Ferrari. What a Lamborghini is. It depends where you are on
your preference.
On the car.
I love that. So congratulations on the 30 years. 30 years is first of all, is a
It's
massive
a milestone.
achievement, and all the awards that have come with it in the last 4 years. So the consistency that you've been able to deliver is brilliant. So congratulations to you. So what should we expect from Lexar this year at GITEX 2025?
As a technology company, we are having 900 RD engineers who are working 24 hours, 7 days a week to create and innovate. For a memory company, innovation is two sides. One is upgrading existing products. So you have a memory card that is 3,000 megabytes per second. We are trying to make it 4,000 next year, and 5 and 6 and 7. So that's innovating on existing products. Second things is we are creating new products. For example, this year I would like to share with you, this is the thinnest, smallest, fastest portable SSD in the planet. It's 13 grams. So 13 grams, you put it on the palm of your hand, you don't even feel it.
Can I feel it?
You can plug it with your iPhone, you can plug it with your Android phone, and you can immediately, without any manipulation, save on your portable SSD directly. Now, some people will say, well, it's an extra memory. Not only that.
Yeah.
For example, an iPhone, if you want to buy an iPhone with 128 gigabyte, it costs you $1,000. If you want to buy an iPhone with 512 gigabyte, it costs you $1,500. That's a $500 difference between 128 and 512. If you buy our product, which should cost you between $50 to $100, depending on the capacity, you add an extra memory for very less, and wait for that, you can do 4K videos. With a normal iPhone, the quality and the resolution of the video is not 4K. So we not only improve your capacity, but improve the quality of your content. So Lexar is thriving always. Our slogan is everything for memory.
Yeah.
We like to save your memory in the best way we can.
Fissal, I love your energy and I love your passion.
Thank you so much.
It's coming out. Hopefully it's coming out on camera, how much you love this product and then the business that you've developed. So you talked a lot about, obviously, the memory space, being in that memory space. How much is this year, in 2025, reflected the growth of your company versus, let's say, last year, GITEX, when it comes to being in the memory space?
Well, not only because I work for Lexar, and like you said, I love the brand and I'm very passionate about it, but Lexar came very long way for the last 4 years. We were actually, and I don't know if you play horse racing, we were that underdog 5 years ago, and 5 years down the line, we become the benchmark of memory business. So in Middle East, by shipping data, we are number one SSD brand by shipping data. In India, we are number one memory card by shipping data and market share. So we are, unfortunately, this industry, you cannot be number one in everything because we are different type of product. We have micro SD, SD card, SSD, DRAM,
memory. Are these the ones that are all here? Can you tell me a little bit about the products that you have here with me?
Well, this is a very unique product that I would like to show you. So we're gonna make it to the audience in a simple word. If you have your camera and you drop it on a swimming pool on the beach,
I do it all the time.
doesn't matter what the camera brand is, the camera is gone because it's the water, it says flooded. But what is important, the camera or the memories, the photos you took, the data on that SD card. Ladies and gentlemen, we just created an Armor SD card, stainless steel, shockproof, waterproof, dustproof, anything proof.
Wow.
So this indestructible memory card.
Amazing.
So once that camera is inside the pool, you take your camera, you throw the camera, get the portable, get the memory, plug it in your laptop, your data is still there.
I have a 3-year-old. Is it 3-year-old proof?
It's 3 years proof. You
I
can
love that.
step on it. Actually, we have a lot of content creator makes, without us asking them to do it, makes a lot of videos on the YouTube where they put it on the sand, they step on it, they drive a car on the top of it, they throw it from the 3rd floor.
Amazing.
It's still working.
So how much would that cost in the UAE?
Well, we have two models. We have the gold and we have the silver. Of
Okay.
course, the difference between the gold and the silver is speed, is the read and write speed, and etc. There's a lot of a little bit of tweaks and tweak from here and there, but I'll get you for less than $100 on these. It depends on the capacity as well. If
Is that a special deal for me, or is that?
No, for you get it for free.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, how have you seen the sort of the evolution when it comes to high performance memory, sort of being developed in the last sort of few years? What's the requirements? How the requirements change from the customers, and also how have you, as a supplier, ultimately had to change your business?
Well, the memory industry had a little stagnation from, I'll say, COVID until 2023.
Yeah.
But something happened on 24 that will be a game changer for this industry. Is the AI was from 2023 until the end of 24 was on the building stage. And on that stage, it was consuming HBM, which is memory, not flash. That didn't have a big impact on our industry. But now, starting from 2025, AI is on the last stage of building and needs what? Needs to be saved somewhere. And now it's consuming crazy all the flash in the market, which means what? The consumer will have to pay more for SD card and memory card and USB because the AI is sucking all
a lot of data.
A lot of data. So that has an impact on supply, which is we can feel it the last 3 months. We have a very big shortage on supply and has a huge impact on the price.
Have you had to adjust your pricing because of that?
We adjust actually all the, not only Lexar, all the brands recently have announced a price increase, 10 to 15%. It's almost every 2 weeks now.
Even your business as well? Same thing?
Even Lexar as well.
So the customer, he may be starting off, let's say the beginning of the year, paying a certain amount, but by the end of the year, based on the minimal amount of supply, but huge demand, he could be paying what, 50% more than he was paying at the beginning?
We are looking at probably the biggest crisis of wafer supply in history of mankind, starting from next quarter until the end of 26. OpenAI has a meeting with the Korean president and ask him to be a middleman with Sky Hynix and Samsung to take their entire wafer production for 2026, which means memory company like us has nowhere to get their wafer. So it's going to be tough on us to balance between our consumer demand, to balance between our distributor margin, to balance between having the right price. But in the end, who will get the whole weight of it is the end consumer who have to pay
people like me
extra. Exactly.
So from a marketing perspective, how do you manage to have those kind of conversations with the customers to explain, to educate them why prices are going up? And there's no real end in sight.
Well, unfortunately, memory business, it's like croissant in France. You know, you can't live without it. So if you are a content creator or a photographer, you have to buy a micro SD card to put your. And if you go to Grand Store here in Dubai or Virgin, and it's 260 dirham today, and you come back next week and it's 300 dirham, you have no choice. Because here we're talking about saving your data. This video we're having right now has to be saved somewhere and has to be saved for a long time and have to be saved in a good quality. It has to be transferred to a laptop with a good speed. You need a card reader from us. You need a memory card from us. Whatever the price, you will have to pay for it.
You're talking at GITEX this year. So what is your tech talk about this year?
I choose the same topic we just mentioned a few seconds ago, is the impact of AI on the memory industry. That's number one. And I am going to talk about something that people, I've been doing conference and seminars from Cairo, Morocco, Riyadh. We always hear artificial intelligence, algorithms, language learning, but nobody talks about where this AI is stored. And this is the memory. So AIs are hungry for a lot of memory. And now, as Lexar, we are thinking about something new. We're thinking about creating very small AI softwares to be embedded inside the memory. So imagine that you give your assistant a report with 500 pages and she give it to you back in 10 pages summarized. So before you even read it. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna create a memory, a storage that has a little AI who can filter all the data before it give it to the AI.
Yeah.
So it will
It
filter
cleans it up a bit. Cleans it up, tidies it up a bit,
basically,
packages it.
sorry to interrupt you. I have the theory of a highway. So AI is an engine. It's a very powerful engine. And consider it a car, a Formula One car. If you put it on a highway that is jammed, congested, it will be useless. It's if you have a big engine, a big car, but it's not doing anything. But imagine if that highway has a very intelligent, genius traffic controller who put the slow data on a slow lane, the more used data on a speed lane. So when you ask your storage, I want this, he give it to you faster than if it was all put in the same place.
It's a great analogy, great insight. I love that. How are you aligning with the UAE's AI vision around developing AI practices in this market, as well as the Saudi 2030 vision?
Well, as the general manager of this region, I run the Middle East and Africa, and we have a huge presence in Saudi Arabia and Dubai. Both countries, our leadership is doing really, really great on promoting high tech in general, and then specifically on the AI. Where as you might know, there is an AI exhibition on Abu Dhabi that's done by JTEX as well. So in Lexar, we thrive to always prepare and be ahead of AI to create the right memory, the right speed. The fact that I mentioned to you we have the fastest SSD in the world, why we do that? Because once you have a software or a powerful AI on your laptop, you need a memory that can match that speed and that thinking and that drive. So we prepare for that. A 14,000 megabyte speed is not a mainstream SSD. Nobody comes and buy it. So it's something we create. We're not selling it with the thousands unit per for now. But I assure you that in less than 6 months, 1 year, it will become the mainstream.
We're very lucky to be in this region right now because we're working with governments that are very pro AI, developing the agenda to help private businesses flourish.
Absolutely. Like I said, the leadership of UAE is investing a lot, intellectually, financially, and bringing the brains that we need in these regions to thrive AI. One thing that I love about this country is we forgot completely that technology is not only Silicon Valley in the US. Technology can be Dubai and can be Riyadh.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about sort of on storage devices, right, versus the cloud, right? And what should ultimately live in your pocket on your phone? And that's sort of hard fix. And what should be living on an SSD?
I'll answer that by giving you an example. 5 years ago, people were so much into antivirus, right? You protect your laptop, you buy a software to protect you. But hackers will become so sophisticated that whatever you do, if they get into your laptop, doesn't matter what we have. That's why we like, and in my perspective and Lexar perspective, to have isolated environments. So we created, for example, the fingerprint encrypted USB.
Wow.
So this is an isolated environment. You don't need the cloud because the cloud is somewhere saved. If a hacker gets into it, they will take your information. You don't need your laptop. Everything here is saved on a isolated environment. It only can be accessed by one single fingerprint, and once you put it in your pocket, nobody can have it. So cloud versus storage, independent storage, it's a formula. Once they were losing money 5 years ago on data leaks and everything, they were invested heavily on on softwares and protection stuff. But now they're investing heavily on safe storage.
Yeah.
That's why the portable SSD business is flourishing. Because you have your storage in your hand and you can take it with you. We are selling this to many governments in the region. Egyptian army, Moroccan police, all buying this fingerprint because it's safe, it's high capacity, it can reach 512 gigabytes on a single USB. It has 10 partitions, which is, it can be used by one person, it can be used by 10 people in the same office.
Yeah.
So I believe that cloud, it's still has to be used because we're talking about trillions of terabytes of data, but for personal use, for professional use, I still call for someone to have a backup on an isolated environment.
Look, it's a perfect solution for privacy and protection of your data.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, right? And that's the number one. Look, when people talk about storage, data storage, they immediately start thinking about, right, how is it being protected? This is a fantastic solution. How much would that cost?
Well, we have 4 type of capacity, 32, 64, 128, 256, and 512. It starts from 100 dirham and it reach until 600 dirham. It depends on the capacity you're looking for.
So from a business perspective, what are your biggest challenges? What's stopping you growing even faster?
Well, the only challenge that Lexar has and all memory brands has is the supply of wafer. Supply of wafer. The supply is a problem, and most of the supply wafer manufacturer takes time for them. It takes between 6 months to 1 year to create a new unit of production. You understand that wafer business, it's a very precise, very unique environment. To create a new factory, it takes time.
Okay. A couple of last questions. What is your own insight? You've been doing this for a long, long time, right? You've been in the memory solution space for 30 odd years, I'm guessing, from a business perspective as Lexar. What is the insight that you think a lot of people are unaware of when it comes to this type of industry? What is unique to Lexar, or perhaps what is unique to yourself based on your experience?
This year, I had the privilege to put an article on many media outlets, magazines, and newspaper, and I focused on one thing. I call it the Lexar way. So Lexar as a brand, but the way how we do it, it's become a brand itself.
Beautiful.
So most of the memory brand are detached with the end user because we are in distribution business. You know, we are a brand, we're a big brand, we're $1 trillion brand. So we give our product to the distributor who give it on his way to a channel partner, then to a shop, then it's the end user. It creates a huge space between us and our end user. I disagree with that. And in Lexar way, we are in connection with all layers of our business. So me personally, I walk on the streets in India, in Calcutta, in Bangalore. I go to speak to photographers, to shop owners, to Virgin, to Grand Store. I want to see what these people think about us. What is their little small problems when they lose data, when the card is not working. So the Lexar way is, we go back to basic, is get back to the street and talk to your customers. Because once you're not talking to your customers, somebody else is doing it.
100%. You've mentioned cars a few times, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, fast track highway. Do you drive a lot of cars? You're
Actually, unfortunately, I don't drive at all.
That's the biggest irony of all this. So what are you expecting to close up? What are you expecting from Jitex this year? What are your own expectations? Every year gets bigger, gets better. What are you expecting this year?
Well, Jitex is for me, it's a carnival of technology. I love it. It's put us on the spot again. You know, we have in 1 year, 12 months, we have so many spotlights. We have Jitex Africa and Morocco. We shine, we go crazy, we dance, we party with our partners. Then we have a little break in the middle. Then it's come Jitex Dubai. Then we go back again on the spot. I love it for the excitement. My team gets to connect with people. We try our new marketing tools, media tools, and most importantly, we meet a lot of new customers. We have on the line 28 meetings within the 5 days with new customers, potential customers. We have, of course, a lot of parties. We have Lexar Night on Wednesday, 120 partners from all over the region in a nice, beautiful restaurants in DIFC.
I'm waiting for my invitation.
Absolutely, yeah, you'll be there, absolutely. So Jitex for us to close is a fantastic opportunity for us to not only grow in a matter of revenue, but to test our ability year after year. Where are we? It's a question moment, and it's a reflection moment that I want, not only me, but the entire team from India, Middle East and Africa, to go around and see what others are doing.
Yes. Look, you're in the memory solution space. Hopefully you're going to build a lot more memories here at GITEX this year.
Absolutely.
Fissal Oubida, thank you so much for joining us, the Inside GITEX podcast, and I wish you all the very best.
Pleasure is mine. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.